So you got your layout ready, your text looks beautiful, and now it's time to add images, or as layout calls them, giant rectangles of chaos. Don't worry, we are about to make your picture behave. Today we'll cover how to place, crop, resize and manage images without breaking your files or your spirit. In this video you'll learn how to place images correctly, difference between embedded and linked files, how to use picture frames for flexible layouts, how to crop, fit and replace images like a pro. Basically, we are giving your document visual hygiene.
Let's start simple. Pick file, place and pick any image, but ideally not the 12 megabyte photo of your lunch. Click once to place it at full size, or click and drag to the area you want it to fill. We are gonna click and drag. Let's do this size. If you drag, Affinity scales it automatically. You can also just drag and drop from Finder or File Explorer. Affinity will treat it the same way, but the file place command is safer for linking, which we'll cover soon. Now, if you know, you will be swapping out images, for example, in a product catalog or magazine, use the picture frame tool. It's on the left toolbar. It's a square with X inside of it. And if you hover over it, you see picture frame rectangle tool, and shortcut is K. Let's click on that and draw the frame first, and then draw the frame, whichever shape you want. Let's do it like this. Then go back to File, Place. Let's choose the same picture, and it's inside of this picture frame. You can move or resize the frame without touching the image inside, and vice versa. Click the image icon in the click on those small corners you see here, and you can resize the frame, or you can turn it, rotate it. If you want to resize the picture inside the frame, you can see those arrows here. Those move picture inside of the frame. You can move it, you can scale it, you can rotate it. Now the fun part, fitting and cropping. Select the image and look up at the context toolbar right here. Here is properties. Click on it, and here you see scale to max fit, scale to min fit, stretch to fit, and none. You can read exactly what every one of them is doing. If you want to crop manually, click on the image, and like I said, you see the circle with arrows inside, and you can move it, scale it, and and rotate it, maybe, yes. And there might be little confusion. Inside handle rotates the picture inside the frame. Outside rotates the text frame itself. Now, let's say you picked the wrong image. Happens all the time. Instead of deleting the frame and starting all over, just replace it. So, click on the image, and next to properties you see replace image. Click on it and just choose the picture you want to replace it with, and open, and it changes the picture inside of the text frame. Same thing when you just place the image, not inside the picture frame. Click on the picture, replace, choose a picture, open, and you're done. If you feel fancy, you can even drag a new image directly onto an existing frame, and it replaces it automatically. Think of it as a drag and drop version of wardrobe change. Let me show you. Here is the picture. Here is the picture frame. Just drag and drop it here. You probably have to adjust it a little, but it's easy as that. All right, time for one of the most important choices you'll make: linking versus embedding. Here's the deal. Linked image stay as separate file on your computer. Affinity just references them. Embedded image are fully stored inside your file. Linked image is a smaller file, but you can't move the original image or Affinity will freak out. Embedded is a bigger file, but safer if you're sending it to someone. It's like choosing between borrow and own. For client work, linking keeps your project light. For sending to print or archiving, embedding keeps it contained. To manage all your images at once, go to Documents and Resource Manager. It's like a mission control for every linked or embedded asset. You'll see columns for file names, type, status, and TPI. If you spot a yellow triangle, it means a link is missing. If any of your links is missing, you can just relink it. Click on Relink, search where did you put your picture, and select folder, and it's relinked. You can also use this panel to switch between linked and embedded. Just select the image and click embedded, and just select the image and click embed or make linked. Super useful if you packaging files for print or delivery. So click on it, and here is make linked, and you're all done. Or click on it and embed your picture. While you are in your resource manager, check the placed TPI column. That's here. Anything below 200 TPI will look fuzzy in print. 300 TPI is your column standard. If you're working for digital, 144 TPI is usually fine. If your image says 72 TPI, you're not designing, you're building pixelated memes. Click replace to bring in a higher res file if needed. It's always better to fix it now than discover blurry photos after printing 500 brochures.
Let's recap before you drop another 8K selfie into your layout. Place images with File, Place. Use picture frames for flexible layouts. Fit and crop using the context toolbar. Replace without deleting. Manage links in Resource Manager. Check TPI before printing. You now officially know more about image management than half of the internet. Next time we'll tackle books and multi-chapter projects. How to make a layout handle huge documents without losing your sanity. Hit subscribe before your image cache fills up, and I'll see you in video 8.